Hey guys, it's getting pretty cold out here in Chicago, so that's why I'm wearing my full outfit today, along with 2 pairs of pants and 3 shirts on. But that's not what you came here for. You see, not only did the Peanuts movie just come out recently, but it's been over 65 years since the first Peanuts strip was published. And to celebrate Charles Schulz's creation, I was originally planning to do a whole slew of Peanuts games for this occasion. Given I don't have extra money at the moment due to my possible short trip at the end of the month, instead, let's play the one Peanuts game I do happen to have in my possession, Snoopy's Silly Sports Spectacular. Long story short, it's a track and field kind of game, but then again, it does happen to have Snoopy and Woodstock and Spike on the cover, so really, how can you go wrong with Schultz's characters? Well, let's find out. So the game opens with Snoopy in an actual airplane for a change, as opposed to his doghouse, as he flies from America to Italy for the games. There are 6 events you need to play to complete the game. Some are easier than others. You have to figure out the controls ahead of time before you start playing, otherwise you'll lose out on points in the actual event. You can practice all the levels beforehand as many times as you want, so at least you won't need to worry about losing the game until you actually select the total game option. The first game is a typical sack race against Spike. Although you can hold on to the A button to go farther, it doesn't seem to do much, so you're just better off slamming the A button as much as possible to get past Spike to the finish line. It helps that Woodstock is there to push you forward if you happen to go too far to the left side of the screen. If you try to jump before the race starts, you get this brief screen. Alright, I think the game producers are trolling me now. The second sport is merely boot throwing. It may be a little challenging if you don't know how to play it, but it's pretty straightforward. You mainly walk around the controls around in a circle to move the boot around, and try your best to throw the boot away from you. Sometimes you can go real far, and other times you just throw it up in the air. The further you throw the boot, the more points you receive, which I guess goes without saying. The third stage is you trying to poke over walls. This can be difficult if you don't time it right. Not much to say really, it's mainly a timing kind of level. The fourth stage is fighting Spike in a canoe, trying to fight each other to the death. Nah, in reality, you're merely trying to push each other into the water. Pretty much a button masher stage, but definitely one of the easiest stages in the game. It's all mainly based on balancing yourself in the canoe by using the up and down buttons to prevent yourself from falling over. The fifth stage has you going as fast but as slow as possible to get as many pizzas to the finish line, since they easily fall down when you try to walk. It's pretty tedious. The final stage has what seems to be a rather difficult stage. In fact, I've only done it correctly twice. This was not one of those times. Nor was that. To be fair, it's pretty hard to figure out how to do this stage properly, and most people seem to agree with me. So, just for the hell of it, let me show you the ending that many of us NES kids never got a chance to see. Apparently, according to many sources, when you just get the stick vertical into the water, you need to let go of the B button immediately so you can get across. Some can do this very well, others can't even get started. Anyway, you see the score on there? Well, within the 6 events, you're supposed to reach up to a certain amount of points to avoid getting a game over. If you do, you'll have to start all over again. The point of this is that way you have to repeat the same 6 stages over and over again until you reach up to at least 15,000 points so you can finish the game. And since I wasn't able to finish this game in time for the review, because I think it's hard as fuck, mind you, let me just take it off rambling on YouTube. It shows Woodstock carrying a trophy for Snoopy, as they both rejoice in Snoopy's victory. You even apparently get a gold medal as the game ends. Now I know that this review was more of a tutorial than anything, but again, it's just not a track and field or a sports variety game on the NES, just mixed up with some characters from Peanuts. I guess I should talk more about the game besides how it plays, huh? The controls are alright, I guess, but it can get pretty damn difficult for the river jump stage due to timing, or difficult with the pizzas since you pretty much inch your way to the end of the stage if you want as many pizzas as possible. Also, oddly enough, if you reset the game on certain screens, this happens. Wait, did you see that? Show it again. It's Charlie Brown. I think I got ripped off here. At the very least, it's been found that Charlie Brown might have been at the end of the pogo stage when Snoopy made it to the finish line. Kinda leaves me baffled why they left him out though. This leads perfectly to the fact that, like Yonoid, this game originally had Donald Duck in it, but only in the Japanese version. For copyright reasons, the game replaced Donald with Snoopy since I guess they happen to also have the rights to the Peanuts characters. This game is actually more reminiscent of the Commodore 64 game, Alternate World Games, which was released in Japan in 1987, just a year before Donald Duck came out, and 3 years before the Snoopy version came out in America. So what can I really say about this game as a whole? Well, to be honest, it's pretty mediocre to me. But then again, I don't usually like these kind of games to begin with, so maybe that's quite unfair for me to say. With that in mind though, the graphics, design, and sprites are very well done. In the end credits, Snoopy's very well detailed, and throughout the rest of the game and in between stage levels, it's detailed like as if they took a picture of Snoopy from like a book and formatted it down to 8-bit. It looks pretty damn good. Even at times, NES Godzilla pasta good. So is this game for everyone? No, not really. But at the very least, it was nice for me to do something for the Peanuts 65th anniversary, and only a few days late. This technical controls will eat you alive. Happy anniversary, Peanuts, and I'm really glad that your new movie does not stink. Given that it was done by Blue Sky Studios.